Thanks for watching County Report this week. I'm Susan Kennedy. Up first this week, release of a report from the Council's Office of Legislative Oversight analyzing the impact the public schools budget will have on the county's future budgets. As council members tell us, the report contains information that has raised concerns at several levels.
I think what OLO did for the council today was to give us a snapshot into decisions that were made by the Board of Education. It's really hard when you're just looking at numbers. You need to know what is meant behind those numbers. And so they laid out lots of ways that the Board of Education could have reached other conclusions or made other decisions.
Well, two things. I hope that, again, the state legislature over time will consider the unintended consequences of locking us in maintenance of effort the way in which it has. We are historically and continue to want to be very generous to our school system. Our school system is so terribly important to us. But the rigidity of the law now is such that we're going to have to be more conservative in terms of meeting our maintenance of effort or exceeding our maintenance of effort, more importantly.
With less than 3 weeks to Election Day, the county's Board of Elections is urging voters to take advantage of the early voting that starts on Saturday, October 27th. Lorna Virgili has the details. Lorna?
Susan, the November 6th ballot is the longest one in 20 years that county voters have seen. Now, the county executive and the Board of Elections are asking residents to take a good look at the sample ballot before heading to the polls and also to take advantage of the early voting.
We want you to vote. We want you to vote early. We want you to read your ballots and, of course, to make certain that we do so in an efficient manner.
Officials recommend reading and filling out the sample ballots mailed to voters' homes to make the process smoother on Election Day.
It is in English and Spanish. It has a tremendous amount of information, including sample of the ballot itself. So what you can do is to mark it up, take it to the polling place with you. It will save a great deal of time and alleviate what could be these long lines if you go in there prepared knowing what you're going to do.
This is a list of the 5 early voting centers throughout the county, starting on October 27th and through November 1st from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., except on Sunday when the centers will be open noon to 6. For those who prefer to vote on Election Day, you will find middle and high school students at the precincts. They will be assisting election judges and voters. A total of 2,600 students received training as part of the Future Vote program.
You really get to experience the election process, and you're going to help the people vote in some cases, and also help the judges just get through the sessions and make sure everyone gets their vote counted properly.
Malaika Bayana is a 6th grader who will participate in the program for the first time.
I'm looking forward to being like part of the community who helps people vote, and it's going to be a really fun experience for me.
For more information about early voting, visit 777vote.org. For County Report this week, I'm Lorna Virgili.
September of 2013 is the new opening date for the long-awaited Silver Spring Transit Center. At a recent County Council meeting, officials revealed they were close to resolving the issues associated with the structure of the transit center. Earlier this year, problems were discovered related to the concrete flooring. Council members are cautiously optimistic about this latest update.
And all I can say is we will be keeping a very close eye on this. This is a very complicated project. It's very important for the future of transit mobility in downtown Silver Spring. And also we're going to worry about, the reliability of the structure for years to come. Very expensive structure and very important. So we'll stay posted on this one.
There's a new community going up in Gaithersburg, and local leaders and developers recently gathered on the site for an official groundbreaking ceremony. MyMC Media's Sonia Burke reports.
I'm standing on the Crown site where construction's underway on the newest commercial and residential development in Gaithersburg. Local officials, developers, and business leaders gather for an official groundbreaking ceremony at the Crown community, where the first phase of construction is now underway for apartments, townhouses, and retail space on 182 acres of land off Fields Road in Gaithersburg.
Today is not just a special day because we begin construction on downtown Crown, but because we launched Crown.
We were delighted to see roads, sidewalks, and buildings now under construction, creating a walkable, highly livable community filled with amazing residential, dining, and entertainment options.
This new downtown will feature 260,000 square feet of shopping, and we've seen it in the display before you here. Anchored by Harris Teeter, LA Fitness, and 540 multifamily units.
Developers were excited to announce some new restaurants are coming to Crown as well.
We have 6 new restaurants joining downtown Crown, and most of them are new to Montgomery County. Coastal Flats, Asia 9, Roti Mediterranean Grill, La Madeleine French Bakery, Lime Fresh, and we are pleased to welcome La Tagliatella.
The community's location, near the Great Seneca Science Corridor, is considered to be key.
It's in the heart of the county. It's accessible. You can get any place on the Intercounty Connector from 270, and the surrounding community and being part of Gaithersburg, I think, is really important.
This is a bigger place, more centrally located. It's right next to the Washingtonian Rio, which has been very successful for us, and now it's just an extension of this whole area that we've been trying to develop. So there's not a new homes. There's going to be a new school here someday. Commercial, it'll be multifamily. We'll have a stop for the light rail or a bus, whatever it happens to be. So this is really going to be an exciting place to live.
A grand opening for downtown Crown is expected to occur in 2014.
Montgomery County Public Schools students got a chance to voice their ideas and concerns during Superintendent Josh Starr's Student Town Hall meeting. MCPS TV has the story.
At Northwest High School in Germantown, the school week started with a special event as more than 100 students participated in Superintendent Josh Starr's first Student Town Hall meeting of the school year. The Student Town Hall meetings are an opportunity for Dr. Starr to talk with students about issues that are important to them. John Manis, the student member of the Board of Education, moderated the event.
How do you feel about our increasing reliance on standardized testing?
So, great question, Audra, about standardized tests.
Students asked questions about a variety of concerns to include exams, homework, and online learning.
It's just a great opportunity for us to engage with our kids and hear about what's on their mind. Our kids are thoughtful, they're smart, they know a lot about what's going on, and I love to be able to answer their questions, and also just hear what they have to say.
I like being able to ask Dr. Starr a question and being able to hear his answers and his opinions on the questions the other students had.
I think it's important for Dr. Starr to take time out of his schedule to come into schools around the county, actually talk to the students, and to listen to their problems and their issues they have within their schools.
The buzz about the town hall continued during lunch as the student participants shared pizza and their thoughts.
Dr. Starr is hearing firsthand from our kids what they need, whether it be academically, whether it be about the arts, whether it be about sports. It's things that he needs to hear because our kids know best what they need.
It was a great experience. I learned so much.
I really like how Dr. Starr talked about standardized testing and also college applications.
I would say it's a very cool thing. I'm going to follow him on Twitter, I think, when I get home.
5 additional student town hall meetings will be held this school year, with the next meeting slated for November 14th at Albert Einstein High School.
5 more student town halls will be held, with the next one slated for November 14th at Albert Einstein High School. All middle and high school students can participate by submitting questions or comments in advance via Twitter using #StudentTownHall or by sending an email to pio@mcpsmd.org. Still to come on County Report this week, the county unveils a new vending machine that offers alternatives for the health conscious. And students at Montgomery College learn about how to promote peace building and conflict management.
On Rockville 11's Bridget Breuer, coming up next, we'll tell you about an award the city received that has to do with getting around on 2 wheels. When County Report this week continues.
Save time on Election Day. Vote between October 27th and November 1st at one of 5 early voting centers in Montgomery County. Hours are 10 to 8, except Sunday when hours are noon to 6. Early voting centers are located at Bauer Drive Recreation Center, Germantown Recreation Center, Praisner Recreation Center, Executive Office Building, and Silver Spring Civic Building. Visit 777vote.org during the early voting period for wait time information. You choose the location and date. Remember, your time, your voice, your vote.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. According to recent data, over half of all adults living in Montgomery County are overweight or obese, and nearly 4 out of every 10 children are also in that category. In an effort to step up obesity prevention, officials have unveiled the first vending machine to offer healthier choices in a county government building.
What we are attempting to do today is to provide some choices for our workers and our visitors so that we can at least address from the food standpoint of view for those who are eating on the hurry and trying to grab a bite here and there, that there are in fact healthy choices that have been made.
So yes, we're just talking about one vending machine here today, but it's a much larger issue than that. The role that healthcare costs play in determining our own destiny, in looking forward to our own future, in sending a message that we want a long and healthy life and a productive life for our employees, and that we do indeed care about our employees, that as a manager, the health and the wellness and the good feelings and the long life of our employees matters to us as a government.
Joining us now is Captain Paul Starks from Montgomery County Police, here to tell us about an incident that took place at Northwood High School. Captain, thanks for joining us. What can you tell us about this situation?
Susan, this is a case where tragedy was averted. There was good communication between police and school administration, and ultimately the suspect was arrested. On Monday, October 15th at about 11 a.m., 3rd District officers and fire rescue personnel responded to Northwood High School for the report of a student stabbed. A 15-year-old male student was transported by fire rescue to a local hospital for a puncture wound in his upper leg. A lookout was placed. The suspect, an 18-year-old student, was arrested about an hour later. Investigation has determined that these two students knew of each other. There had been a confrontation the week before, and this was part of that ongoing conflict between the two. The next night, on the 16th, 3rd District officers addressed the PTA meeting at Northwood High School and answered parents' questions and concerns.
So this seems to be an isolated incident and the other young man is fine. How about the suspect? Has he been charged?
Yes, he's been charged as an adult with 1st and 2nd degree assault and possessing a weapon on school property.
Okay, thanks very much, Captain Paul Starks, Montgomery County Police. Recently, Montgomery College celebrated International Peace Day by hosting David Smith from the U.S. Institute of Peace as guest speaker to the students.
Established in 1981, the world recognizes the 3rd Tuesday of September as the International Day of Peace. David Smith, from the U.S. Institute of Peace, spoke to Montgomery College students recently about the Peace Initiative and peace building.
Because community colleges are so diverse today, there are so many different intentions that people have in coming to community colleges. And not every community college is as diverse as MC, but increasingly community colleges are getting that diverse, that they are then ideal places to teach about the struggles of the oppressed.
Montgomery College's Peace and Justice Studies program provides the diverse student population at MC with new learning opportunities that focus on peace and justice.
Our mission is to teach peace, to try to figure out ways how we can put peace in all of our different courses. We're just a group of really dedicated people that keeps growing because so many of us are really interested in peace and teaching it and having our students participate in it.
The basis really is like to start communicating, put the arms down, no fighting, just hear each other out, listen. And it's really key to, it sounds sort of cliche, but it's really key to have like it promotes a better future between with one another. And that's really what all of our countries, or not just our countries, or because it's not just limited to Africa, but all the civilizations, every civilization around the world should thrive for that.
In Rockville, for County Report This Week, I am Danielle Wistesky.
The Bicycle Friendly Community program is administered by the League of American Bicyclists, and it's intended to recognize municipalities that actively support safe bicycling. Our Rockville 11's Bridget Breuer has an update on the city of Rockville regarding this designation. Bridget?
That's right. It's an award the city is proud to receive because it recognizes cross-departmental collaboration, and also it says that Rockville is a bike-friendly community. It's official. The city of Rockville has been honored as a bicycle-friendly community, an award that Rockville's pedestrian and bicycle coordinator Matt Folden is proud to accept.
We were recently designated as a bicycle-friendly community at the bronze level by the League of American Bicyclists. This is important to the city because it really recognizes all the efforts that go on behind the scenes across all departments: the police, public works, community planning, development services, city manager's office, public information. It's really a team effort in addition to our colleagues in the Rockville Bicycle Advisory Committee.
Rockville has applied for this award in the past and just last year received honorable mention. So what made the difference with this year?
I think we've really stepped things up in the past few years. We've added new bicycle facilities. We're working to revise our bikeway master plan, so that'll be coming in the near future. And just a lot of things have come together in the last few years. We'll be getting bike share, hopefully on the ground in the spring. And I think there's a lot of exciting things going on for bicycling in Rockville.
Rockville maintains 30 miles of shared use paths, including the 13-mile Carl Henn Memorial Millennium Trail, which is known as the city's bicycle beltway. Folden's message to Rockville cyclists when they see the new signs:
they should be proud of bicycling in Rockville and just know that for every mile of bike lane that they see on the road, there's a lot of work going on with development review, enforcement and education efforts, and just be proud to bike around Rockville.
To learn more about biking in Rockville, go online to rockvillemd.gov and search bicycling.
Up next, local resident Mark Shriver talks to some residents about his recent memoir of his father, Sergeant Shriver. And a behind-the-scenes look at the training of some of this county's hardest working Crime Stoppers. When County Report This Week continues. Welcome back. Montgomery County resident Mark Shriver has written a best-selling book about his extraordinary dad, Sergeant Shriver. The first-time author recently visited the Bethesda Library to share his story, A Good Man Rediscovering My Father, Sergeant Shriver, with local readers. MyMC Media's Sonia Burke reports.
The son of the late Sergeant Shriver and Eunice Kennedy Shriver said he wrote the book for himself.
I wrote it to try to figure out, again, how a guy could be the creator of the Peace Corps, start the war against poverty, Head Start, Legal Services for the Poor, Job Corps, yet still be happily married for 56 years, raised 5 kids, all of them love him, and I wanted to figure that out for myself.
For over an hour, the former Maryland legislator shared personal stories about his dad and answered questions from the Bethesda crowd.
We have a great interest in the Shriver family, having served in the Peace Corps, and we're just fascinated to spend some time with him and to hear what he had to say about his dad.
And I think Mark Shriver really epitomized through his father the value and the abiding value of public service.
It's just a fascinating book, and it's so neat that a lot of it plays out locally.
Over the years, Shriver said his dad wrote him countless letters. He described his dad as a prolific reader and writer who began each day at Mass.
He believed that every moment was a gift from God. And every person, whether you were at the Barnes & Noble or whether you were Clinton or Cardinal Wuerl or, whoever, that you were as important as anybody.
While he was signing autographs, Friends of the Library volunteers sold out of every book that was for sale at this event.
And I hope this little book, if you get a chance to read it or pass it along, you can make friends with my dad, because he's still, I feel, present and still giving advice So I thank you very much for giving me the chance to say a few words, and I hope you get a new friend in Sergeant Shriver. Thanks very much.
On October 11th, the Montgomery County Office of Human Rights hosted a luncheon to honor the 8 nominees for the 2012 Human Rights Hall of Fame. Here's James Stowe and Tina Clark to tell you a little bit more.
We are excited about the upcoming Hall of Fame event, 2012 version. This represents a chance for us to recognize persons throughout our county who have done extraordinary things throughout their life. We send out throughout the community, first of all, the call for nominations, and so that's the easy part. The tough part is once they come in, trying to figure out how you recognize just a few people out of those who are so deserving.
2010 was a great year. 2012 is even better year. We have really top-notch nominees.
And so it's our chance to say thank you, our chance to say job well done.
And we're really looking forward to inducting some of those nominees into the Hall of Fame.
The 2012 Human Rights Hall of Fame induction ceremony will be held on Sunday, October 28th from 3 to 5 p.m. at the Black Rock Center for the Arts in Germantown. For more information, contact the Office of Human Rights at 240-777-8450. Local residents are invited to make plans to give a few hours of their time to the community by joining family, friends, neighbors, fellow students, and co-workers during Community Service Week, which kicks off on Monday, October 22nd and runs through Sunday, October 28th. Many of the available service projects provide middle and high school students with the opportunity to earn student service learning hours.
And we have park cleanups going on, weed pulls are a big thing that are happening. MANA is doing their food drive. It's going to be on the 27th and 28th. They'll be located at the Giants around Montgomery County. So they need volunteers to come and basically work at the Giants and help collect the food. You can visit with clients at group homes, spend a day with them. One organization's putting on a play. Their clients are in a play, and so they need people to help assist on the day of. There's lots of different things that you can be involved with.
Service projects are posted on the Volunteer Center's website at montgomeryserves.org, or you can call 240-777-2608 for more information. There are many canine units in Montgomery County, and the Sheriff's Department has one of those units. There is a special relationship between the police officers and their canine partners, and it gives the county's law enforcement agencies a way to take a bite out of crime. Our videographer Mike Springer spent an afternoon with these crime fighters.
I'm Sergeant Joseph Stanton from the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office Canine Unit. I am a handler as well as the trainer for the department. Our number one responsibility for our canine unit is explosive detection. Bomb threats, suspicious packages, anything to do with explosive detection, we run those calls throughout the county and are sometimes even called out of the county and the state. Each one of our cars are equipped with some really special equipment, one of them being a remote door opener, so that if I'm out of the car on a traffic stop or whatever it might be and I end up in trouble and I can't get back to my car, I can release the dog to come to me to help. It's the one thing the dog is trained to do without command. If he sees me in trouble, he's trained to come and protect me. Generally, most of the dogs in the county are imported from Europe. Each team consists of a handler and a German Shepherd. We have all German Shepherds. Okay. The dogs go home with the handler each day. When they're off duty, they're just another member of the handler's family. It takes a huge bond between the two to work as a team. The dog will put his life out there for yours. And when you go into these really dangerous situations, we're going into a building or the woods where someone may be hiding. They have to be able to bite and protect us if they need to. Heel, let's go. Kennel, kennel,
When we come back, the council will recognize Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And Kathy Stanhope will be here with 2 adorable pets of the week. We'll be right back.
How can more men of color graduate? That's the topic of a presentation at Montgomery College on October 29th. Learn all about the origins, goals, and benchmarks of the National Completion Agenda, a program established by the White House and key educational leaders. Last spring, MC student Mandy Merkel took a CPR class at the college, and when her boyfriend went into cardiac arrest, the skills she learned helped save his life. She's written about it in her blog. Check out her blog and all the other student blogs online. Congratulations to the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus math team for winning the Cumberland Valley Math Modeling Challenge. Denning Achidi, Luke Bittner, and Mario Mondel solved a challenge related to the world's shrinking food supply. For more information about the endless possibilities at your community college, visit our website.
Welcome back to County Report. October is officially Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and council members took time to recognize this with a proclamation from Councilmember Nancy Florine. A breast cancer survivor herself, Florine has made it her goal to encourage all women to get their mammograms.
We all have friends and family who are diagnosed on a pretty regular basis now. And so we thought we would take this opportunity to let people know there's hope. There's support, there are friends. This county has made every effort to let people know, people who've been diagnosed, that there are opportunities for support, for answering questions, for addressing these personal crises in the night that so many women have these days.
It's obviously kind of bittersweet to be here. I think that the positive aspect of this is that it's so important to let women know that there is help, that there are support systems that mean so much, from the very small, whether it's the delivery of a meal to a massage or, you know, a coupon for a new wig, to knowing that there are people that understand and speak your language as you're going through this. It's truly, truly important, and very important to make sure that you have your mammogram, and very important to make sure that you're very active and you're an advocate for your own health.
It's time for a Pet of the Week segment, and this week, Kathy Stanhope has 2 cute bunnies who need a good home.
Hi, this is Kathy Stanhope at the Montgomery County Humane Society with 2 special little fur critters here. This is Lasagna and Linguini, and they are a black and white rabbits. They are very, very sweet. They're just about 1.5 years old. And if you are looking for a pet that just likes to cuddle, these are the animals for you. They are brothers. They have lived their whole life together, and they're in the same cage here at the shelter. We would love to adopt them together, but it's not necessary. I mean, we can adopt them separately, but they are bonded and they do love each other. As you can see, the way they're all curled up with each other now. But rabbits are fairly easy. They're so nice. These 2 guys are very personable. They don't bite, they don't scratch. They love dogs, they love kids. I don't know how well they get along with cats, but they do like dogs and kids. And they love each other, and they would love to love you. Rabbits are very easy to keep. You just need a container, some carrots, a little hay, a little grass. They're really not hard to take care of, and they make wonderful, wonderful pets. So if you have someone who's maybe allergic to cats or dogs, you might want to try a bunny, because they are great, great animals to have in your house. And they can be litter trained, so you can have a little box in the corner, and they can be taught to go there. So come on down and see our little bunnies here at the shelter. And remember, we have every type of animal. Don't just think of the shelter for dogs and cats. We not only have rabbits like these 2, we have guinea pigs and hamsters and gerbils. We have snakes, we have birds. We have the occasional goat or chicken. Any kind of animal you're looking for, please check the shelter first, because you'd be doing so good. You're giving an animal a home, and you're not encouraging breeders to breed more animals, so many animals just really need homes. Come to the shelter and check out what we have, because we have a lot of people here who are willing to give you a lot of advice too. So give us a call at 240-773-5967,
or visit these little bunnies and all the dogs and cats and other animals we have on the web at mchumane.org.
Well, that does it for this edition of County Report This Week. Be sure to tune in again next week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Susan Kennedy. Have a great week.